Klobuchar, of course, senator there in Minnesota, reportedly on your short list for vice president. She's reportedly in the early stages of vetting. Her record as a prosecutor in that state and in the wake of all of this has come under scrutiny. Has that scrutiny, Mr. Vice President, disqualified her from being vice president?
Look, what we're talking about today has nothing to do with my running for president or who I'd pick as a vice president. It has to do with an injustice we all saw take place and the requirement of an absolute commitment that we speak to it, that justice be served, and we continue to be vigilant to make sure it doesn't happen again. Bad things happen a lot, but it cannot even remotely be viewed as acceptable or as just what happens. It's got to stop. We got to speak to it.
Mr. Vice President, with all due respect, I think that there are probably a number of people who are watching and listening to what's happening in Minneapolis and who would say this should have some sort of bearing on who you pick as a number two. In fact, just a few hours ago, Jim Clyburn, your friend, arguably the man who breathed new life into your campaign, he said, quote, he was among those who felt it would be great if you chose a woman of color as your vice president. In light of what is happening in Minneapolis, in light of what is happening all over this country right now, if you don't choose a woman of color as your number two, what message would that send to the African-American community?
I've already said I'm going to pick a Supreme Court justice who's a woman of color. I've already said my cabinet will be full of people of women of color, men and women of color. And I also already said that there are women of color under consideration. That is not the only criteria to determine who will be the vice president of the United States of America that I'll choose as a running mate. It's just beginning the process. I guarantee you there's more than one African American woman being considered for vice president. I promise you that.
Hello, YouTubers. If you're watching this, it means you've checked out our channel, so thank you. Now do me a favor, subscribe by clicking on that button down there. Click on any of the videos to watch the latest interviews and highlights from MTP Daily and MSNBC. You can get more Meet the Press content every morning in the First Read newsletter. If you're tired of content that you don't know anything about where it came from, you don't have to have that problem with us. NBC News, MSNBC, MTP, and the Meet the Press mindset right here for you on YouTube. Subscribe now.